cosplay from the new HBO show, The Last of Us. So this was a very easy costume, but the hardest part was definitely the rifle, made out of the SKS's props, HD foam. So this is the hardest piece of the costume by far. So let's get right into how I made it. Let's go. Okay guys, so starting out with the main body of the rifle, I have 3 pieces cut out. We have that middle piece with everything hollowed out, then 2 with none of them hollowed out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these wooden dowels, put them into the spaces I hollowed out, just to make the gun a little bit more sturdy. Okay guys, so here we have the main body of the rifle. So just a nice 3 piece of foam with wooden dowels running through. And then there's the hole at this top, which I will explain what it is. So what we're working on right now is the mechanism. So we have a bunch of these pieces that are just going to go up and move the back receiver, and then make it functioning. So let's just get right back in to working on the rifle. Let's go. Okay, so right here is I'm working on the semi-functioning ejection system. So what I did, I put some springs on the bottom of a piece of wood, glued it in, it kind of worked, then I glued down the PVC pipe where I wanted it, put in the dowel, then I started building up the back receiver shape with some more 2mm HD foam, adding some detailed rivets, and then I'm adding priming handle, which is just a nice big piece of 10mm foam with stacked on top of each other. Here's a close look of what the back receiver looks like and how it functions. It's very simple, but it's very effective. Okay guys, so what happened is the mechanism for the injection didn't work, but we do have a functioning bolt, so that's really cool. So all we have to do now is add a trigger and then a little more detail inside, like the grip. And then what we're going to add is we're going to add a bunch of rivets all over the arm, just to make it look like it's all coming together. So let's get right into that. So what I'm doing here is making a template for the foregrip. Then what I'm going to be doing is adding some foam rivets all around the rifle. Then I'll be working on the trigger guard, which is just 1 piece of foam. Then right after that, I'm going to start working on the front grip. So I took the template, traced it out, then I scored into the foam, then I heated it up with a heat gun to open it up and give it a really nice detail. Okay guys, so we have the basic rifle all done. All we have to do is attach the barrel, and we're going to go outside and start sanding, so let's go. Okay guys, so right here I'm taking my Dremel, and I'm sanding everything down just to give it a more rounded off look, to make it look more like it was made out of wood. And then I will be taking that to another step after. You just see I'm sanding everything down to make it all round over. Then I'm just taking the sanding drum, then I'm adding the wood grain directly into the foam, and I think it looks really good. Then after this, I'm going to add a layer of metallic paint over all the metal parts. Pieces all painted. Now what it's time to do, it's gonna mask them off. Then we're gonna lay down a layer of plastic dip over the whole prop. Then after that, we're gonna start working on Joel's pistol. So I have this 3D printed prop I made, and I printed it a while ago. So now it's time to sand it down and get some filler primer on and start painting it. So let's go. Okay guys, so now that we have the black plastic dip on, now it's time for all the hand painting. So we're starting with a nice coat of tan khaki over the entire wood rifle. So while the rifle is drying, we're gonna work on the pistol. So right now we're just gonna hit it with some nice silver spray paint. So as the pistol is drying, I started removing all the masking tape to reveal all of the silver pieces of the rifle, and it's looking really good. Now it's time to start making it look more like wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing up some washes. So what I'm doing here is mixing a brown wash. So what I'm doing, mixing brown paint with a lot of water, then I'm just painting it on, then wiping most of it off just to leave it in the recessed crack. Then I did this on the other side as well, and I also did this on the metallic part as well as the pistol. So you want to do 2 layers of this, and then you want to get in of a lot of those nooks and crannies just to make it as dark as possible. Then after the brown wash, I just added some brown paint streaks just to give it more of the wood effect. And then what I'm doing is I'm mixing up a black wash, which is the black paint, and water, just mixing that up. Then I'm painting that over the entire rifle, then wiping it off with a paper towel. Okay guys, so with the rifle now all done and painted, all we have to do is add the sling, and then a lock mechanism for the bolt. So let's go. Okay guys, so for the lock mechanism, I just took 2 magnets. I put one on the charging handle and then one on the rifle, and that just worked really well. And then for the sling, I took the 2 D-rings, attached them, one at the stock, one at the front barrel. Then I attached the big piece of my faux leather, and that is it. Guys, so now with the rifle all done, it's time to work on the pistol. So what I did is I just finished weathering it, then I just glued the 2 halves together. So now we have a really good model. Then I just made a quick model of the holster. So now we just need to go and glue the holster together, and we can start moving on to other pieces, but let's go. So I'm taking the back piece, gluing it down, making sure to leave that back open area clear. Then I glued it shut. Then I took some gray puffy paint, just adding stitching all around the edge, just to give it a more detailed look. So now that Joel's holster all is done, okay guys, so now that Joel's holster is all done, all the stitching here is just some puffy paint, the same I used on the Batman. Now it's time to work on the final piece of the costume before the clothes, and that is the backpack. So this backpack I just got on Amazon a while ago. But what we need to do is we need to add some D-rings right there and on the opposite side. Then we're going to add some of this brown vinyl where this canvas is here. So let's go and do that. So I took the brown vinyl, and then I glued it at the top, moved my way down, and then I attached the D-ring right in. Then I continued gluing the strap all the way down. Did the same thing on the other side. Then I started with my scissors and my X-Acto knife, and then started making tiny holes all over the backpack just to give it a nice weathered and lived-in effect. Then after that I took some brown, black washes and regular just acrylic paint. Then I started just weathering the bag slightly just to give it a more lived-in appearance. Okay guys, so now that the backpack's all built up, we just added the details. It's time to weather it with some brown. So, let's go. So like I said earlier here, I'm just taking the brown and blacks and just weathering the backpack up just to make it lived in and make it dirty. Okay guys, so now the bag is all done. Now it's time to work on the clothes. So here we have just some dark wash jeans, a light wash jean shirt, and then a nice green army jacket. I was able to find both of these in a Walmart, but I did have to look on Amazon for this, so I'll leave a link for the jacket in the description. What we're going to do to weather this, we're going to take some browns, tans, and some blacks, and we're just going to rub it along all of the seams, because that's where dirt and moisture would accumulate. So, okay guys, so I'm just showing myself weather the shirt, but what I'm doing, I'm just taking the brown paint and then rubbing it all into the seams, because that's where most of the dirt would accumulate. Then I added some on the elbows, and then on the pants, I of course added them on the knees, but that is it. So right here are the pieces I did not have to modify at all for this costume. I just used some of my Timberland boots. Love these, really good shoes. Just a random black belt I have. Then this watch I got on Amazon a while ago. Just put it on. I didn't want to break it because I really like it. But if I try to find the Amazon link, I'll put it in the description below. But with that, let's get to the final reveal. Thank you for watching to the end of how I made my Pedro Pascal's Joel cosplay. So of course, the bulk of the video was definitely the rifle, but I'm very happy how it came out. And this is definitely a good excuse for some other projects I'm working on, like using the SKS Props foam for my Mandalorian costume, that will be coming up very soon, and for my medieval clone trooper armor. So if you don't want to miss those, leave a like on this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.